Do Roomies.
Well, welcome. It's me and my best friend Dinkelberg. Dinkelberg, say something for the camera. Good. Can I get a what from Seb?
What?
Can I get a who's your mama from Johnny Boy?
Oh, who's your mama?
Oh, who's your mama? And I'm Tom, the man with the plan, the guy with the cup, saying what's up. Bye, Dinkelberg. Was that good enough intro for you, Seb?
That was a great intro. Probably one of our best ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a good one.
See what happens when we remember. How we doing, lads? Happy Thursday.
Ooh, is that a pillow pet?
This?
Yeah. No.
No, it's a pillow.
It looked like a penguin.
Yeah.
How we doing, lads? How we doing?
A little sunburnt, but I'm all right.
No one asked.
Title of this episode, no one asked.
God, what's going on? Oh my God. John, say something.
Something.
Hey, we vibing.
I got you.
I feel like we're coming from a high from last week's episode with the legendary Michael Cummings. It's kind of hard to get back into the swing of things.
Taco Bell. Late Taco Bell. Oh my God, so my sister finally, I expected her to get it sooner, but she finally, caved into Disney Plus. So literally the first thing I did was watch Endgame again, just because I, missed it. Oh my God, I forgot how good it was.
So good.
I forgot how good it was.
One of the only movies I think that made me tear up was Endgame.
It's the first movie in a while. I actually this is the most I've watched a movie. I rarely can watch movies over and over again. But this is a movie I can probably watch. I could probably watch it 3 times in a row if I really wanted to. In one sitting.
It's very rewatchable.
All I'm saying is Hawkeye, best Avenger.
Thank you. I agree with that.
Has he ever lost a battle?
No, sir.
Nope.
No, sir.
Exactly. Undefeated, never lost.
We won't talk about Civil War. That doesn't count.
Oh, I forgot about that. Well, that was on purpose.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was on purpose. That was the thing. Well, at the end of Civil War, they all get captured or whatever, but Bucky and Cap get away. That was the main thing. So I don't really consider that a loss.
Yeah, he took one for the team.
Yeah, he took one for the team.
But
see,
still undefeated.
Me and John were talking about how Star Wars. I don't know if you watch Star Wars, Tom, but the ending of the Star Wars saga was not fulfilling. But when you look at something like Marvel Endgame, for me, for what was it, 22 movies or something like that?
Yeah.
That was probably the most fulfilling ending for me, at least, to complete that
are you talking
saga.
About the new 3?
The new 3, yeah.
I can watch those now.
You can.
I've seen the first one, the Force Awakens. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 1 second. I'm out. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. This episode, or this week on Tom's Ceiling, we discovered that he has a vent in the corner of his room.
It must make him cold at night. Just the AC.
Yeah. But
That's so weird.
I'm trying to think of other movie series that have a fulfilling ending, that was just as strong as Endgame, and I can't really. I mean, if you maybe you could argue Harry Potter, because that was an 8-movie saga.
I never
but
got into Harry Potter.
It was okay.
My
I liked
brother.
it. I love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter.
When I tell you, we literally went to Universal Studios to go on. My sister wanted to go on a new Harry Potter ride. We literally went to Universal Studios to go on that one ride.
Great ride. It's also a
She
great park.
loves it. Her and my brother love Harry Potter, and I'm just like never got into it.
Like, it was an okay ending.
There's
But,
not
like,
really
I-
many like good movie series.
I mean, you can also branch it off into TV. The only thing that comes to mind for me that was a huge letdown, and John, I think you might know where I'm going with this, but it's Game of Thrones. It was a huge letdown for me.
I didn't need to watch it to hear about how big of a disappointment it was.
Huge letdown.
Was it
And
bad?
apparently, Westworld, I haven't finished it yet, but apparently that one's kind of like iffy. But yeah, Game of Thrones was a huge letdown.
What show? I watched it a while back. Prison Break. Prison Break was a one where it was like literally on your edge of your seat the entire time. But then like it was like one of those like, oh yeah, the show's like completely done. It's like, hey, it's like 6 years later, but why not make another season? And they did it, and it was so bad.
Ooh.
Like they literally just like pulled it out of their ass. Like it made no sense. Me and my friend were watching, like we watched it and we like loved it, and then like we talked about that. We're like, yeah, it's awful. Why'd they even bother?
That's so disappointing too for fans. Because
Yeah,
everyone's like excited for it, and then it just comes, and you're just like, ah.
yeah.
Like, what was it? Seb, you watched Clone Wars, right?
I did watch Clone Wars.
So
I can watch that too.
it's
Highly recommend it. It's really
yeah,
good.
me too. It's just half
there
that
anything
final
to-
season just wasn't great though.
Is
Which
Clone
one?
Wars? I could just watch Clone Wars on its own, right?
Yeah, you don't have to know anything. Like,
Gotcha.
I mean, it kind of explains itself as
Yeah,
it goes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because I know there was a bunch of like animated Star Wars shows,
Very, very slept on. They're
Very
really
slept
good.
but each one is its own thing, pretty much, right?
Clone Wars kind of is like in the main big
The base.
what?
The Clone Wars is like the center of it all.
Yes and no. It shows Anakin going to like his
Basically,
journey,
Clone Wars takes place like between the
2 and 3.
beginning of the Clone Wars and like which was in 2, the second movie, to the end of 3. It basically fills the gap and explains
Okay.
what was going on.
Just
And
like
it does
kind of what they did with like Rogue One, where like Rogue One is just like throw it somewhere in between, and
Yes.
then like the Mandalorian too, isn't that like thrown in between like?
It's after
Apparently
episode 6.
It's after 6, before 7. So like we're
Yeah.
getting a view into what's going on between 6 and
That's the one thing I don't like about Star Wars. Star Wars does that too much. They just like copy like oh like I have this great introduction. Let me just throw in another body paragraph. Like it's like when you're writing a paper and it's like, oh, I have like 7 paragraphs. I need an 8th one. Let me just throw it between 5 and 6.
I think the reason why they do it is because a lot of the Star Wars movies, like the gaps in between each movie, like especially like the end of 6 to 7, like that's like what, like 40 something years in between that we have no idea. So it gives like content creators the opportunity to dive into those 40 years and kind of come up with whatever they want. That's what I liked about Rebels, which is the other animated series, which gives us a sense of what goes on between the aftermath of episode 3 and right before 4. So like you still get like that little gap.
That's what I would love.
And then Rogue One is also really good because it shows us how 4 starts and like how they got to the beginning of 4. And then Solo kind of was just thrown in there just because it was like Han Solo.
It was kind of just like the Han Solo origin, right?
Yeah, basically.
And like I like that Rebels like shows like the start of the rebellion.
Yes.
Like it shows how it all came together, and I think a lot of fans enjoyed that. But then there's that new one, Resistance, and that's like before episode 7, right?
I think so. That's like just before. I didn't get into it because I didn't like the animation style.
Neither do I. I don't like it either.
Like Clone Wars is so good, and it's weird because it's like Clone Wars was meant to be like this kid show, but then you have like full scale battles and like people dying and like limbs being cut off and everything, people getting stabbed, and you're just like, this is for kids. Like,
What's the name of it?
Clone Wars. Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
No. What's the one you don't like the animation style of?
Resistance.
Resistance.
I want to see.
Like that
I'm so curious.
Really hard to be a kids show. Like they tried their absolute hardest to be a kids show.
I watched like part of an episode and I was like, I don't like the animation.
Lego Star Wars, the Yoda Chronicles. I'm gonna be watching that.
That's a Lego series.
I love Lego Star Wars. Those were top tier games growing up.
Oh, 100% on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360.
Oh my god, legendary!
Did you see they're releasing the Skywalker saga?
I saw that. All the games. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's a lot of memory it's gonna take.
You said Rebellion, right? Or Resistance?
Resistance.
Rebels. The first season was very slow, but 2 and 3 were great.
2 and 3 were great. Especially the ending of Rebels was really good because it brought into a lot of different concepts about the Force.
The Resistance. Oh no, it's Lego Star Wars. Never mind.
It was really good. The ending of Clone Wars.
Okay, so which do you like better, Rebels ending or Clone Wars ending?
See, that's tough. That's tough. I kind of I'm gonna probably say the Rebels ending just because it's so much more impactful on the whole story of Star Wars. But for me, the ending of Clone Wars was good, but I also kind of felt you need to give me another season. I'm not fully I don't have closure with everything. It still kind of doesn't explain how you meet some of the characters in Rebels, how they get there, and for me, it's just oh my god, seeing Anakin in the Darth Vader suit in that animation series,
Whoa, spoilers!
Seeing him in that outfit for the first time.
What kind of outfit?
A sexy Sith Lord outfit.
Ooh.
And seeing that for the first time in the
Phineas and Ferb Star Wars. Oh my god! Was just what I'm doing. Resistance. There we go. Live all. That looks awful.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I was like, never mind.
It literally looks like a 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
90s cartoons had better animation.
I tell you, they tried too hard to be a kid show. That's why.
Yes. Okay. Makes sense. We don't stand.
We do not stand by that.
We don't stand. No, Star Wars is always something I was interested in as younger, but then I don't know. I guess I just grew out of it. Then when this whole new series came up, I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch it. The new saga, I mean, maybe I'll watch it. And I just never did until it came on HBO or whatever, the movies on TV.
I wish they would just tap into a little bit more Legends content. Legends is kind of this very big web of Star Wars that's not really official Star Wars, not canon Star Wars. But some of the stories that you see in there are just I need to see this in a movie or something.
I feel Star Wars is the same as X-Men to where and you can even make the argument of DC where there's so much potential.
Oh, so much potential.
But just literally scratching the surface.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I feel in regards to comparing it to the X-Men, I feel there's only so much they can do. They can do a lot. I agree with you that there's so much potential, but at the same time, they only have the X-Men stuff.
Yeah, I loved X-Men growing up too, but there's literally I find no correlation with the X-Men movies.
Yeah, because they screwed it up.
Yeah,
they screwed up the timeline.
I thought, what's his name? Fantastic Four was good, but just never hit the ground running.
Wait, are you talking about the new Fantastic Four or the old Fantastic Four?
The first one that came out.
Okay.
With what's his name? Chris Evans.
Okay. I feel those were solid movies. Kind of like you said, they didn't hit the ground running. But I still feel they were very decent Marvel movies compared to its more recent reboot. Far better. Far better.
I like the only thing I really appreciated about that movie was the fact that they really like went over how they got their powers and why they got each power like better. Like how they were like trying to escape it and like the doors closed and like it looked stupid to like, but it was like, oh yeah, he had like fire in his capsule, he had rocks in his capsule kind of thing, like whatever. But even the scene like where they are holding them captive and you're just like seeing them like discuss, like I like that way better than like they did in the first one, to where it's like, oh wow, you're rock, oh wow, you can stretch really far.
Yeah, I
I
wonder
don't.
how they're gonna do that for the
I was gonna say,
MCU.
yeah, they're probably gonna redo that.
Oh, again.
Yeah,
Hey,
I kind of feel like they
Spider-Man,
have
it
to.
took three series to get it running.
Yeah,
Yeah, I always forget about that now, that the fact that is like Tobey Maguire, I feel like was unpopular opinion. Tobey Maguire was one of the worst Spider-Mans in terms of like I like Tom Holland. I Andrew Garfield does not get any credit. He was great for the role in a horrible movie.
I think the thing was is that people saw Andrew Garfield and they're like, "You are way too old to be a Peter Parker." That's why people now resonate more with Tom Holland, because it's like Tom Holland
But
fits that
Tobey
character
Maguire
more.
looked like he was in his mid.
That's what I'm saying. And everyone's like, "Yo, Tobey Maguire's the best Spider-Man." I'm like, he doesn't look like a Peter Parker fresh out of high school. Like, I
Andrew
did
Garfield was
like Andrew
probably like
Garfield.
20s, I want to say, when he did it, like in his 20s.
Yeah, I liked it because it showed like kind of what Tom Holland Spider-Man is, where it's like it's more the creative aspect of Peter and how you see his genius and how he's able to come up with like his web shooters and understand how his
Yes. And they were the first ones to be realistic with it, that Spider-Man just doesn't shoot webs out of his
from my
wrist.
and like, well, apparently that's where it is, isn't that like the original thing where it's like it does actually come from his wrists?
John.
I don't think so. I think it's always been okay. If you're talking about like '60s, like when he was created, I have no idea. But like I can't speak to that. But for everything else, like it's never been out of his body unless it's been like an alternate Peter Parker or a clone or the Venom suit. The Venom symbiote is like the only thing that I know of that produces its own webbing.
And isn't it also, what's it called? Spider-Verse, right? No, Spider-Verse, they did the web shooters, right?
Yeah, web shooters.
Because what was it? I had a friend. He's like, yeah, I didn't like the newer one because like he made his own web shooters instead of it coming out of him. I'm like that's how it's supposed to be. And he's like, what? And I was like,
Yeah.
and then wasn't it like he had to have faith in himself to have his powers, or like he had to have some weird thing like?
Is the Spider-Verse?
No, in like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Go web, go.
Yeah, he kind of did like the go web go thing and then figured out that it was like this, but like for him to like understand like his full powers, I guess it was kind of like Into the Spider-Verse, where it's like it's a leap of faith. That's what it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So I think so. I just haven't seen like the original Tobey Maguire movies in a while, so
Yeah,
I
me
can't
too.
tell you.
I just remember there was one part where he like couldn't use his powers, and I was like, Mom, what's up with that? Because she like, because like we were kids when that came out, so I didn't see it.
What was that? The second one, I want to say?
I guess I don't know, but and then that's how like my mom explained it because she had seen it, and then I was just like, that's weird.
Yeah, no, I always thought that Holland is the best. I thought Garfield was the second best, and I feel like everyone just says Tobey Maguire is the best because he was the OG.
I agree with that.
That and I feel like the story that he had, like the original
Was
Spider-Man stories, was really,
God
really
tier.
well done.
If
Yeah,
you
really
put
well done.
Garfield or Holland in the same spheres, goated.
Yeah, I agree.
Imagine that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man with Tom Holland in Marvel Universe right now.
Because what were the original villains in the Tobey Maguire? It was Green Goblin in the first one.
Was Goblin. Second one was Octopus. Third one was Hobgoblin, Venom, Sandman.
Hobgoblin was in it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it just the Green Goblin 2.0 or whatever? The one with like
I,
the board.
I've always known of him
Snowboard.
as the Hobgoblin or whatever.
Just James Franco on a
James
hoverboard.
Franco on a hoverboard.
My favorite part of the movie is what's it called? It's like, just in the nick of time, eh? He's like, oh, a few seconds could have been better. I don't know what's it about with James Franco and like action roles. Like it just doesn't like look right, but it's so funny.
Yeah, I feel like he's not very much of an actor that's suited for action roles. Like he's more
Yeah.
like a drama actor. But like
Yep.
if you look at something like what was that movie? 187 Hours or something like that, where he's like
Oh,
playing the role of
the guy
explorer.
who gets like stranded
He
in the
gets
desert.
caught.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, like he did a fantastic job of
Yeah.
that. Like that was insane. Or if you look at the Disaster Artist, and it's like he also did a very good job of replaying the role.
Mhm.
And I just don't see him as like an action star.
Yeah, it was very weird to see.
I feel like there's a lot of actors who are kind of not meant for some genres of movies, and then you have
But
other
some
actors that are like can do both. Like the
Robert
one that
Downey
comes to mind,
Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is really good. Chris Evans is actually really good. I don't know if you guys saw his new TV show on Apple TV, Defending Jacob.
No.
Took a very serious role and blew it out of the park. Like honestly,
his
like
name?
seeing him just in this like very just
Hemsworth proved it to me in the Extraction that he can do any type of like role.
I don't know. I feel like that he's like more of an like suited for action movies. I can't
He
see him
is,
doing like a full drama.
yeah. But at the same time, like the Extraction, the only reason why I say it is because it was like very like emotional and like dramatic.
Have you seen Extraction, John?
Mm-hmm. I love that.
All right, fans. Spoiler alert incoming. 3, 2, 1. There's your warning. All right. Do we think he died or is he alive at the end?
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead, right? I agree 100%.
No, I think he's alive. Chris Hemsworth can survive anything.
People were making the argument that, like, in the beginning of the movie, how he did the, like, cliff jump or whatever, that they're like, oh, he just did the same thing. And I'm like, bro, he got shot in the neck with, like, an AK. He's dead. Like, I don't care. He's dead. So,
Let's play a game. I'll shoot you in the neck and see if you survive.
shoot me in the neck. I'll stumble, fall over a bridge. Give me, like, 5 minutes and see if I make it.
Oh, my God. My favorite. I always say it in Call of Duty when I play multiplayer with Joe. I'd be like, yeah, like I'd be like meleeing someone, like bashing them in the face, and they'll just like turn over to me and shoot me, and I die. I'd be like, yeah, let me go up to Call of Duty producers. I'm gonna like go ham at them with the face and see if they can like turn around and shoot me. Not that easy.
I would also like to point out that Chris Hemsworth in that one underwater scene reminded me more of Aquaman.
He gave me Aquaman vibes.
So Aquaman. He would have been a great Aquaman. Jason Momoa is great, but
I'm not talking about movie roles. I'm just talking about person v person. Jason Momoa versus Chris Hemsworth. Who wins this fight?
See, I think I'm gonna put my money on Jason Momoa just because I feel like he's like so like scrappy.
So
he's like
too.
such a wilderness type of guy. Like I feel like he's like a huntsman. I don't know why.
maybe because he's on a show called Huntsman.
You're right.
I think
I just get
Momoa
that
has the
vibe.
reach.
Yes,
Momoa has the. I gotta go. I hate it to say, but
he's got that. He's got that like energy that just kind of pulsates off of him. That I'm just like, you step in the ring, you're like, maybe this is not a good idea.
But Hemsworth is from Australia.
True.
That's another thing. I feel like Hemsworth would take the time to learn like MMA or some type of like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and then like fucking spin around, do front flips and back flips and things.
Hemsworth in MMA, Momoa in boxing. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because Momoa has to reach. Momoa just looks like a wall.
He
And
does.
Hemsworth is like that little like get you in there.
But like
Chris
he's fit. Really, really fit.
Hemsworth would go for the armbar first round.
Have you guys
First
seen,
round he'd do like a flying knee or something.
He'd be crafty, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Do you guys don't really pay attention to MMA, right? UFC?
I'm trying to get into it.
Fight Island, I love it. You guys have had to heard of Fight Island. Dana White, like, I don't know if he like bought the island or if he has like built, but he built like a UFC like arena on his like random island to where it's like he can make his like own rules that like you don't have to wear a mask, you don't have to do that, you don't have to do that. So he can hold events and fights and stuff on this island, and it's called
Yeah,
Fight
isn't that where they hold like all the MMA fights now in that island? I heard about the island. I just never knew where it was called Fight Island.
No, all the events now are just like held in like regular like venues that like allow it, but it's like super like precautionary. On Fight Island, Dana White's like, I don't care about precautions, just do what you have to do. As long as you don't have corona, you're free to come here. And the best part about it is like no one knows where it is. Like it could be off like the coast of like Australia. No one knows like the public unless you do like heavy research on it. I just love the idea of it. It's like
Yeah, it's an interesting idea.
it sounds like Mortal Kombat, the movie.
Was it?
Karate Island from SpongeBob too.
Oh my
That's a
god.
good one. Yeah, I tell you, like I'm not that like I'm so. I only watch like the big fights, like the big names. Like I'll watch a McGregor fight, no question about it. I'll watch a Diaz fight. I'll watch just like the big names. Like I wouldn't like. I think there's fights on tonight. I don't care about those.
Are you excited for Mike Tyson's return to boxing?
I hope he comes back.
I really do. Yeah, man's getting training, and he's insane.
And he's supposed to fight a UFC fighter. I thought John Jones. I think.
I think so. I think it was a UFC fight. I would have liked to see like him versus Floyd. I feel like that would have been a really good matchup. Then again, like Floyd is also like half his size, so I don't know if it'd be like fair. I don't think they're in the same weight class at all.
Floyd is just sitting on all his money right now. He like, I don't know. That's the big difference between UFC and MMA. MMA and boxing is like two completely different natures. McGregor had no problem going over to boxing, lost, but if you give McGregor the MMA against Mayweather, it's no question.
Yeah.
That's why they say it's easier to go from MMA to boxing than it is boxing to MMA.
Makes sense.
And it's like, oh, I've been trained to use my hands all this time, but now I can throw a kick. Why not?
Why not?
I would throw so many kicks. Oh my god. I have like tree trunks for legs. You're getting swept.
I just imagine you with like logs as legs.
I am Groot when it comes to kickboxing.
I feel like we'd have to do a lot of flexibility training though. Because like a lot of these guys can like reach like up to your head with their kicks.
Oh, I'm only kicking you in the midsection. That's it. I cannot reach past your head. Maybe if I like bicycle kick you.
All right.
If I do that one clip of the guy who like runs off the side of the cage and just clocks the guy, I'll do that.
All right, boys. Here we go. Question: would you rather get punched by an MMA fighter or kicked by an MMA fighter?
I'm trying to think of the science.
I'm trying to think of like how the foot would hit you. Would it hit you like this, or would it hit you like that?
It won't be like a face shot. It'd be like a body shot. So like you take a full-fledged body like punch to like the torso, or like a kick to the torso.
Punch.
I don't know. I feel like the kick would actually like knock me out. Like it would be so bad. Like they would literally have to cart me out.
And think about it. Like you're getting punched. Like it's that much. If you get kicked, you're getting the whole like boom.
But I feel like they can generate more force because it's smaller and it's more direct.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's such a precise shot. Like they could do damage to a vital organ so easily.
But just think about pretty much more force. Everything comes from the legs, pretty much.
That's true. I think I take the punch. I might like break a rib, but I mean like sure.
I'm gonna take the kick still.
I'll take the punch. I can take it.
I've been punched in the stomach, like right under your rib cage. I don't want to feel like that again.
I'll kick you next time I see you, John. Don't worry.
You're not an MMA fighter. It doesn't count.
You see these like training videos of these guys like practicing and stuff, and like you hear them smack against the padding. It's insane. I'm like, oh, what? Like it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, they're kicking with such force that it's like, how are you not damaging something on the way?
That's crazy.
Okay, like, how are you not breaking the shin?
I might watch a video and come back next week with a different opinion.
I mean, like Joe Rogan has a bunch of videos of him like doing kicks and stuff, and I'm like, bro, what? This man will like knock me out in one little kick.
I also feel like a kick is like so much more like I feel like if I kicked you guys and it would hurt a lot more than me punching you. Like just from a standard like me. So like just think about it. Like if I'm training and all that stuff, I think the kick is still more powerful than the punch.
Also, like the kick has more surface area, so you're hitting more on the body. Whereas, like we said, like the fist is more precise. So like you'll be hitting like the whole torso with one kick, and you're just like, I'm on the ground, leave me alone.
Okay, that's fair. You might be persuading me to take a punch.
The tibia is not a soft bone.
Because like when you're taking a body shot with a kick, they're not really hitting you with like the part, like the top part of their foot, like this part. They're really hitting you with this. If you're gonna try and hit a person in the head with a kick, you're using like this part. Whereas with a body shot, you're doing like this whole section. Like you have this whole section, this whole opportunity.
The only time you're really kicking with the foot is when it's head kick.
When it's a head kick, but those are really hard to pull off because you have to be super
and that's also
flexible.
Like you're getting them with like the very like the turning
like
into
the bony part, like the bony top part of
the end of the tibia right into the foot. Yeah, I'm getting punched.
Now that it's been more explained to me, I might take a punch.
Take the punch, Sean. You won't. No walls.
All right, I'll take punch.
Bet.
I think you guys.
All right, new question.
Know.
I would not. The one thing I do not want to take is a knee or an elbow. I feel like I would take a punch to the face. I'll take a kick to the face, but I do not want to take a knee or an elbow.
Isn't the elbow like one of the hardest parts of your body?
And it's pointy.
That too.
I think I heard that before. I think
there's one infamous clip of Masvidal. He's the one fighting Saturday, I think, where literally him and the guy, like the bell rings, they both like start going, and Masvidal just runs, and he literally knees the guy in like the top of the head because the guy like went to like cover up because I think he went for a takedown, and he's like knees and knocks him out in like 5 seconds.
That's crazy.
The knee is something I do not want to mess with.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. And I think too, like
I think there was a clip. I don't know who it is, but like right on. What's up, John?
No, like you guys, like I don't know. I thought like when going back to like the kick and punch thing, I think you guys know a lot more about it than I do because you're both in like scientific fields. Like you're PT and you're nursing.
Well, I mean, I just know it from watching it too. Like, I just feel like the kicks are like do so much more damage.
That's fair. Seb, what were you gonna say?
There's a clip that went viral of this MMA fighter. Like the bell rang and he literally just ran, kind of like yours, Tom. Whereas like, I think he was. Like you know how they do like the glove touch as like a mutual thing as respect at the beginning of thing. Like the dude stuck his glove out to do that, but like he didn't care and like just went full speed and like tried to do like the flying knee and was like so close to hitting him in the chin. Like I was like, oh, because like these guys will like take off from the line and go full speed into this knee kick, and I'm just like, oh my god.
The only running involved in the sport.
Yeah, honestly.
Go. Look at how powerful that was. So powerful. I'm gonna be on Fight Island, guys. I won't tell you where it is though. John, you want to be in my corner?
Sure.
Seb, you want to be on the water bottle?
Got you, boy.
I mean, Tom, you already know my call-outs are great.
Oh my!
He's on your left.
I hate call-outs. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the ring. I'm gonna be fighting, and John's gonna be on your right, right in front of you, right in front of you, right in front. He's in the corner. He's in the corner.
He's in the back.
He's getting water. He's getting water.
What is it? There's this one video. I was telling Joe and John and Eddie the other day. It was like Nick Merckx. He's like in the gulag. He's literally like in the cell.
In the cell. I love that video.
Looking
That
at the wall.
So good.
Left. Oh,
Left.
And the guy, well, he's a good call-out, man. I don't know why, but like I'm getting more into like first I was never like a part of like just like whole watching like streamers play, but I like watching streamers play Warzone. I don't know why.
I'll watch like a little bit of it. Like I know these guys like to stream for like 3 to 4 hours. Like I maybe watch like 20 to 30 minutes.
No, I would never watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I'll have tournaments on, and it was just like where they literally have to try to get kills, and I'm like, all right, I'm watching this. Like literally every dollar spent on like 3 UAVs, and it's like, all right, where are there more people? Let's go get them.
I watch a lot of NoJ456. He's probably one of my favorite streamers.
Okay, yeah.
I like him a lot.
Me and my brother would watch Dr. Disrespect, R.I.P.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which for no reason.
Yeah. I wonder what really happened. Everyone's speculating like hardcore. It's like the biggest like mystery in 2020.
Everyone's what's it called? Like people are saying that they're like close to figuring it out, but they have no like confirmed stuff.
Yeah. Apparently someone saw like in a Ninja stream or something, they saw him like log back on to Call of Duty. Like the Warzone. So like people
Ninja's on YouTube now.
YouTube gaming. The whole Mixer thing happened. That whole fallout was crazy. That fallout with that was insane.
I give so much props to Ninja. Oh my god. This guy went to Mixer, made an easy like 100-something mil, stayed there for like a year, and now he's like making big bucks on YouTube probably.
Well, yeah, he got his original offer, which was like something ridiculous. I think it was like $1 million something to go to Mixer, and then stayed on Mixer for about a year, like you said.
I want to say
made
less
probably
than
a lot of money, and then maybe I think it was less than a year. Made a bunch of money in the process, and then somehow convinced Mixer to pay out his contract, and then leave to YouTube Gaming, and sign an even more ridiculous, like a more ridiculous contract, and make even more money. So like he finessed the system.
Mixer got bought out by Facebook, right?
I think it was either Facebook or Microsoft.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, it's not going to make a difference to me, but I'm just, like, interested to see what happens, like, with Dr. Disrespect.
I'm just waiting for something to come out. Like, did you see the clip of him, like, his last stream?
Yeah.
It was really, like so weird. It's so weird.
Ominous. Like, you knew something was up.
Yeah, everyone was like, what the fuck is going on? And then, like, he hasn't been on. Shit hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
He just, like, stopped?
No, Twitch came out with, like, an official statement saying that he was banned for, like permanently banned from streaming.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yo, what the fuck happened?
Why.
They didn't say what happened or anything. He's just, they're like, Dr. Disrespect is now permanently banned from Twitch. He can't stream anymore.
Yeah. But everyone like bashes on Twitch too, because like Twitch's term of service is like so like very like if we think you should be banned, you're banned, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it literally comes down to a judgment call. Like I could do something completely like rant. Like I can get like fully naked on stream, and Twitch would be like, it wasn't that bad. But meanwhile, Seb can like drink alcohol on stream. He'd be like, oh, Seb, sorry, you're banned.
And like for Twitch, like if you actually read the terms and conditions, like for like an actual like permaban, like you have to do something really, really bad. Like I'm talking like really bad on stream to be permanently banned from their website. So like everyone's like, yo, what happened? Because like he didn't do anything bad. Like,
and that's why no one wants to come out with these rumors and stuff, because these rumors could be like really bad. And like,
Right.
like say like someone said like not condoning it, but like, oh, not disrespect, like sexually assaulted someone. Like even if that's like an allegation and that's not true, people are gonna believe it and it's gonna ruin him even more.
But time will tell. So
Yep.
hopefully he gets back to streaming. You can see his amazing clips and
I
everything.
love his rage clips.
I just love his clips in general. It's a good time.
I love watching those too, like the clips of like everything going on. I love it. Like you just like watch like a highlight video of like, oh, Nick Merckx' last stream, and it's just like him raging like for 5 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, guys, we did good. Another thing I brought up on the other day when we played Warzone, I'm like, I love it when these like YouTubers release like videos and it's like, oh, this is the new best Warzone setup, and then like the first comment is like, this is a new best Warzone setup. Next day, see him streaming with the ground MP5 setup.
Yeah.
Like this RAM is the best gun in the game. Oh my god. Next day, growl. Same growl he's been using since 2015. Warzone's fun. I've been having fun on Warzone more.
I feel like that's going to be they're apparently continuing it throughout all the rest of the Call of Duties. Like the next Call of Duty Black Ops, which is like a reboot of the first one. Like they're continuing it, and it's still going to be the same.
I feel like they should do it like almost like in every other, like kind of like have a Warzone battle royale, and then maybe the next one have like a zombies. Like,
yeah, I'm afraid that
interesting.
I'm afraid we're getting into the territory where the market is going to become way too oversaturated with battle royales. I mean, like I feel like we already have been in that scenario, and like the hype for battle royales is going to die off, and it's going to die off fast, and people are going to get over it, and they're going to be like, we're tired of it. I don't want to have to deal with another battle royale.
Give me 1 second, boys.
Do 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 do.
I'm going to take this opportunity to thank our sponsor for today's episode, Staples Electric Duster Spray. I don't have any more of it because I used it. So Staples, if you can send me some more. Really helpful. Spray your computer, get all that dust and stuff out. My PS4 was really dusty, and this bad boy really saved that. So Staples Electronic Duster. Pick up your bottle at your local Staples.
That was great. That was so good.
I was gonna do the Poland Spring one, but I was like, I think we did that already, so I just grabbed that.
I love the little toss at the end too. That was perfect.
Oh my god, I really had to pee. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I thanked our sponsor for today.
Hawaiian Punch.
No.
What was it?
No, last box of that 40 pack.
Wow, that was pretty slow. Slower than I imagined.
Not gonna lie, forgot I had them for like 4 days.
Noise. What's the sponsor? Tell me.
Staples Electronic Duster Spray. I threw it on the floor. It was a whole bit. You're gonna have to watch the episode to see it. Sorry.
Oh, goodness, a viewer. I love it.
We'll have two. We'll have Michael and then Tom. Tom, does Joe watch our podcast? What a shame.
Oh, we good. He gets enough of me on the daily.
But does he get enough of me on the daily?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I give him good call-outs.
I love it
I
when
make
you
up
two
for
go
it.
in vlog together because it's like you two like, it's like, Joe, call out to you. Like, yeah, of course. And he's like, John, call out to you. He's like, yeah, of course. Meanwhile, I'm like, I don't like when people tell me what's happening.
Tom's like, everyone shut up, I'm playing.
I hate it. I don't like callouts.
The only thing I don't like about them is that when I get good ones and I just get killed, I feel like an idiot. So I'm at a point where I'm like, do I want to call outs or do I just want to get killed?
With me, with callouts, like it's like the same thing when I'm like the last one left and everyone's just like, oh my god, there's two guys over there, there's one guy over there. I'm like, I get you're raising my anxiety levels right now, guys.
I only like callouts if like the person I'm fighting is camping. Like my friends will be like, "Yo, he's camping in the back," then I'm like, "All right, now I know not to just blindly push because he's gonna just one tap me or something stupid like that."
Yeah, I love the gulag now. It's so much more skill based than luck.
I agree. Yeah, the automatics was the worst.
Yeah, because literally you use like peek a corner and spray.
Yeah. The pistols was just stupid.
The pistols kind of made it fun. Until you got a Magnum.
Yeah.
But no, I love the new gulag. So much more skill based.
It's gonna get people their quick scopes for that new rifle.
It's 3
I know.
in one match.
No, I know.
I hate the new sniper. The explosive rounds. There's
It's
no
so
skill.
much fun.
There's no skill in sniping anymore.
No, because you can't hit long range shots with that sniper. It's only good for mid range. You still need to use like an HDR or an AX50 in order to hit long range shots. You can't hit like people that are over 200 meters away with explosive shots. It's fucking hard.
But at the same time, you really don't need. You just need to shoot near them.
You need it takes at least 4 shots to kill a person with full armor, with like the explosion damage. So by the time they start getting hit with it, they're like, all right, I'm out. Peace. They can dip.
Interesting.
I'm saucy with this. I was saucy with the sniper, I should say.
Yeah, we
have
both
my moments.
stopped using it.
I need to be saucy with the sniper again.
Pew pew.
I usually warm up in multiplayer beforehand. Like I'll play whatever like 24/7 playlist is, and I'll warm up with like a Car 98 or something before each game, and then I'll probably be good. And then when I play like my first couple of games of Warzone, like I'll pop off. I've been averaging like 12 kills a game now. I'm like really proud of myself.
The reason why I don't use snipers now, or I stopped using snipers, is because there was no communication on what classes everyone was using. So like there was one time I was popping off with the sniper, and then like Eddie's like, "No, what? I'm gonna use the sniper now." And then it's like I snipe someone. I'm like, "All right, guys, push him." And then there's like Joe and like Eddie, like Joe like pushing all by himself, and there's me, John, and Eddie sniping.
Yeah, I'm the aggressor for my team. I usually push people. I don't care. I'm getting more confident in my engagements. Like I've been 1v3ing people in trios by myself. Like it's like I'm getting really nasty at the game. I 1v3'd a whole squad with a burst pistol and a Desert Eagle.
Oh my god!
I've sat them down, bro. I was like, get out of and like enjoy the gulag. Just lie. Don't even bother coming back.
So I have some weird news. I just got a request to join. It says Lumpy Butter has entered the waiting room.
Butter.
That was Tom's name like either last week or 2 weeks ago. And I want to admit it, but I'm too afraid to.
Wait, who else got the code to this?
No one had the code.
Don't do it. It's going to be a naked old man.
But like this could be content.
I can message them.
Who has access? You didn't send the code. You only sent the code to us 3, so.
Yeah. Was it? I sent it to you by accident privately.
Just say hi.
You didn't though.
I did.
Look, I don't think you did. No, you didn't. You just said, fuck, that wasn't in the group chat.
I'm doing bad today, guys.
Who did you send this code to, John?
I don't know. Oh my gosh, who did I send it to?
Mr. Mosby.
He's just gonna join. He's like, not in my lobby.
No, I sent it to you by accident. It says.
I don't have it.
That's so weird. Who is this? Now we wait.
For our
Yeah,
audio
mother-
listeners, we have a random guest that has joined our waiting room for our Zoom call, and we have no idea who he is
No
or she,
idea.
but should be really interesting.
It's weird because it's your name, Tom, from like.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, just
Oh,
maybe
they're
my
gone.
computer.
They're gone.
It might have been my computer bugging out, honestly.
But what if it wasn't?
Well, wasn't your name Dinkelberg when you joined? Why would it be
Maybe.
Lumpy Butter?
Maybe.
It was that was bizarre. We'll never know.
Never know. Missed opportunity.
That I don't know why, but that like freaks me out.
Someone just randomly joins the call.
Yeah, like I'm
Hey,
just
who
like,
are you?
what was that? The movie Unfriended? That's what that like low key reminded me of. It's like some random just wants to join. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna freak myself out.
John won't be sleeping tonight.
I'm not.
I won't
I'm
be sleeping tonight.
legitimately not.
John, I'm gonna sleep like a rock tonight.
That's a
Hey,
fact.
I'm gonna sleep with my lights on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little freaked out. If you guys see anything in the background that's not normal, you gotta tell me.
John, your air conditioner is turned upside down.
No, it isn't.
Dun 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 dun.
That's gonna freak me out in the middle of the night.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm gonna see that head floating.
But honestly, I've been loving using the MP5 so much that I'm like, should I use an MP5 and a sniper? But I feel like that's so like.
No, bro. It's all about the fuck. What is it called? AMAX or whatever. CR AMA.
Oh,
the Galil or whatever.
The Glil, yeah. My brother Joe
Bro,
uses it.
I slap kids with that, bro.
I've been in between assault rifles.
I either use that or like recently, me and my friends have been dicking around a lot in Warzone, where we're like, all right, grab a knife class and then just sprint at people, like throw stun grenades and just run at them full speed.
Oh my god. Like Cloaksy.
I bought a bundle, so I have an ice pick now, and like since I went for Damascus or whatever, I have like the gold combat knife, so now I have a gold ice pick that I run around with, and I'm like, it's really satisfying getting someone because it's like they don't expect that at all, and they're like shooting me, but I'm like I'm swinging at them with an ice pick, and I down them in like 2 shots. Oh, it's so great.
You should honestly, Seb, you should stream.
My friends already stream, but it's like I feel like I don't want to get into it because it's like a lot of work.
Yeah. We should do group streams. Imagine.
Seb, I'll stream for you.
For me.
I will do everything, and it's just gonna be your game.
Just think about it. That's John saying, like, I'm going to die off spawn. I'm not going to try to die, but I will die.
But I'll spectate.
What was it? The other night we were playing, and it was Joe's birthday, and I'm like, we need a 25 kill win for Joe's birthday. And John's like, you think I'm going to contribute to that? He's like, I'll be the meat shields. I've been getting, like, I want to say I'm an average, like, 5 to 7 kills a game now. Like, on a good game, of course. Not, like, just like, oh, we got pinched right off spawn.
Yeah, no, I've been stepping my game up as of
There was
recent.
that one game where Eddie lagged out. It was me, Joe, and John in a quads lobby. And we ended up finishing, like, I think 7th in it. But literally, like, I brought them both back. And then, like, I think you died. I brought you back. And then Joe died, and I brought him back.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
There was another game where, like, this was, like, one of my first, like, probably, like, first 5 wins. It was me, Joe, and Eddie. And I kid you not, I brought them back a combined, like, 8 times in a game. And I was still the only one left, and I won.
Oh, wow.
Like I was like, yep, spending my money here. I could have had a Blackbird by now, but nope. I don't have work until 10 tomorrow, so I could get some Warzone in tonight.
Yeah, I start work again tomorrow, which isn't.
Ooh, what time?
I gotta be at my place at like 10.
Oh,
I
that's not terrible.
Start coaching at 10:30. So.
That's not terrible at all. Oh my god! Quick topic on work, real quick. Have you guys ever had that day at work, like to where it's like, oh, it's like a late shift, like a 4-hour shift, and you're like, oh, very easy, and it ended up feeling like an 8-hour shift? That happened to me today.
All the time.
I had a 4.5 hour shift. I'm like, this is gonna be so easy. Literally felt like I was working the entire day, and I like look at the clock. It's 12:30. I'm like, it's only 12:30. It was crazy. Oh my god, the whole place was a mess. I was the only one there. It was literally like, so the way it works is like basically like every appointment is like half hour. So it's basically like 2 patients per hour on like the very norm. But the therapist that I was working with had like 5 double bookings. So it was literally like 15 patients in like the 4 hours I was there, which is like absurd.
Wow.
I was loving my life. Loving my life. It was a good time. Good time.
The only thing that comes to mind when you say that is like when I was working at Starbucks, and we would get hit with like a rush, and we're talking like at least like 15 people. Like this is pre-corona, like at least 15 people waiting in line. And we would get through the rush, and then it'd be like, all right, that was literally an hour, and I'm like, all right, I have 5 more hours to go, and I'm like, I'm already tired, and I already want to clock out.
That's literally what happened with like during corona with us, because like it would be like 4 patients right off the bat. Like I walk in like 10 minutes in, 4 patients, and I was like running around doing everything. And then we'd literally sit around for like 3 hours doing absolutely nothing, waiting for the next patient to come in.
That's what's the worst, especially for like Starbucks, where it's like we'll have a rush, and then we won't have people in the store for like 2 hours, and then we get hit with another rush, and we're just not prepared because we're just coming off of that like chill 2-hour break in between, and we're just all not like mentally there. But
you don't want to work anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to work anymore.
Was it working? What was it? Winter 2019. I only worked rec on the weekends, so it was like super quiet, but it was also super slow, because you're just like, you're in the weight room and you're just chilling, and like you're actually like doing work there, and then it's like you got to go down and sit at the desk in the atrium, and that hour just lags.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's really just that position on the weekends that's like lagging, because you're all alone for like a full hour. But it's not terrible, but it's like those shifts, like that combining with the weekend shifts, like you just want to go home.
I feel like I would never want to work the weekend there.
It's nice because you don't need to feel stressed about the actual people in charge, because they're not there at all. Like it's super chill, but it can just be super boring at the same time, because it's
the amount of time I spent talking to like you, Jordan, Julie at the desk, like I love it.
Yeah,
I always be trying to be like, hey guys, I just came out of class. Well, I remember there was one day, like I would always like I would always see Jordan on my way to class, like on, I think it was like Thursdays. One day I was running like super late, and Jordan was like, oh man, I was afraid that you weren't in today. You didn't come this morning. I was like, I'm sorry, man.
What was it? I remember our conversations were always fun during my morning shift.
Oh,
I was
just
looking
so
forward
random.
to it. Yeah.
Literally just so like this.
Yeah.
This is like the epitome of our morning talks.
Yeah, and
like, John, I woke up and there was a bagel next to me. You'd be like, oh, interesting.
That's where it started, ladies and gentlemen. That's where the seeds for this podcast started. Those talks in the CRS in the morning.
Me waking up next to a plain bagel.
All right, maybe not that specifically, but like,
Plain
like what
bagel.
came first, the chicken or the egg? Our conversation or the bagel next to him in bed?
Only good with the bacon, egg, and cheese. A cheddar bagel. Only
Discorrect,
good,
sir.
Only
Discorrect.
good with bacon, egg, and cheese.
I disagree strongly.
Like in terms of what?
The ones from A&S or just in general?
Like,
Shout
I'm
out
just talking about,
A&S.
like, are you saying they're not good?
I love them. Plain.
Okay. Okay, fair. I can see how you love them, but I just feel like with the bacon, egg, and cheese, it just, like, takes it to a whole new level.
Maybe I'll try that one day.
I really
It
want to
just-
try bacon, egg, and cheese with a hash brown in it. Apparently, that was like a move for a while.
I had a bacon, egg, and cheese with hot sauce, and that's really good.
I can't handle heat. Not well. I've gotten better. Thank you.
I just don't
Yeah,
like
Buffalo
hot
Wild Wings.
sauce. I just don't like hot sauce on my eggs. I'm not a hot sauce type of guy.
Yeah. That's why it needs to be,
Like-
I always have to get bacon, egg, and cheese, extra cheese. I love cheese. I'm a fiend.
I love cheese.
There was a TikTok, and, like, it was like, all right, I have a question for you Americans. And, like, one of them was like, why do you put cheese on everything? And I'm like, he's got
It's
me.
good.
He's
It's
got
good.
me. Like, he's like,
But
literally.
realistically, what do you put a lot of cheese on? Let's say. All right. Like, what type of cheese are we talking about?
Depends
General
on what's in the
cheese?
refrigerator.
Okay, so like if it's like sliced cheese, you're only really realistically putting that on sandwiches, burgers, and that's it.
Or
Like,
if I
do we
have,
really
like,
put our cheese on everything?
sometimes I'll throw it on, like, fries. I
That's
get
where
the
you use
fries
cheddar
up.
cheese though.
If the fries are, like, fresh out of the fryer, you put the cheese on, you just, like, cover them so the heat, like, gets it. Good.
That's what Wendy's does. I'm pretty sure with the Baconator fries.
Oh,
Pretty
those
sure
are
it's just
sketch.
literally a slice of cheese and then bacon on it.
Yeah.
That's so sketch. I don't like the bacon. I love Wendy's. Wendy's has been such a vibe for me because of the 2 for $5. So good.
Oh yes, I love that 2 for $5.
Wendy's
I
has
kind of it's like only chicken or whatever. I would like throw in a burger or something, but like it's still good.
so underrated Wendy's chicken sandwiches.
Yes. Spicy chicken sandwiches from Wendy's.
So underrated.
I had to like take a hiatus from Wendy's when the spicy nuggets came back because I kept ordering regular stuff and they kept giving me spicy. I was like, you know what? I can't handle it anyway. And I'm not enjoying it. I'm just not gonna go to Wendy's for a while.
The Wendy's, I give up to Wendy's. Wendy's is one of the only like fast food places to where like I'm like this stuff is actually like spicy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Popeyes is spicy, but because they use a chipotle mayo on it, so that's different in my opinion. But like I'm talking about like actual like spicy like chicken.
I mean,
I had,
Chick-fil-A has
like-
really good spicy chicken.
I don't find them that spicy.
Really? It's a little kick. It's not like crazy, like over the top, but like it's pretty good.
I don't know if it's because I use like I think I need to eat it plain, like no Chick-fil-A sauce to see how spicy it is.
Oh yeah, I don't eat it with Chick-fil-A. I don't eat like my sandwiches with Chick-fil-A sauce. I usually just reserve that for my nuggets.
Yeah. What else? I had what's it called? KFC. They had like Nashville hot chicken. I had that, didn't find it hot at all.
I don't like KFC. Ever since I like, Chick-fil-A opened up, I'm like, bro, why am I gonna go to KFC when I can just go to Chick-fil-A? Like,
KFC is just a lot closer to me. I have like 3 KFCs that are like closer to me than the closest Chick-fil-A, which is technically the Mall or Westbury. But even Popeyes like that, like what was I have the app and I was like, oh, free like 3-piece chicken tenders with the I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what they have. And they had the regular, they had the spicy. I'm like, let me get the spicy. Their spicy is really spicy.
there's no Popeyes near me. That's what kind of sucks. I feel like the
I
only one
like
is
spicy. I've grown a love for Popeyes. It's probably just because they're chicken sandwich, but like I like Popeyes now.
That chicken sandwich is so good.
Is it better
I
than
don't-
Chick-fil-A's? I still haven't had it.
I
don't-
don't eat Chick-fil-A, so I can't tell you.
I don't know why, but KFC had such good wedges. They got rid of them. They have like fries now. Their wedges are so good.
I used to
I'm
like
a
wedges
fan.
a lot in general, but now
I'm a
I'm
sucker
not
for
a fan.
potato wedges. I
Okay,
don't know what's so different about them. They just hit different.
favorite way to eat a potato.
Probably fried.
Probably
Actually, no,
fried.
mashed potatoes.
I like mashed potatoes, but they're not top.
They're up there
I
for me.
like fried and then roasted.
Okay.
Like it or like the home fries almost. I like home fries too. I feel like roasted and like home fried are like very hand in hand, like almost the same thing.
Have you guys haven't had latkes?
Mhm.
Like potato pancakes? No, dude, they're so
that-
good.
No, that's not a hush puppy, is it?
I can tell you, I don't know what.
Not a big hash brown guy.
Interesting.
It has to be from the right place.
There's some hash browns that look like tater tots, and then there are other ones that just look like noodle potatoes.
Like I had a McDonald's hash brown, really didn't like. Well, also it's McDonald's, but McDonald's breakfast is pretty bomb to where they are valid, but just didn't hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say their hash browns aren't that good.
Who? Which ones?
McDonald's.
All right.
Which like there I am saying like, oh, the McDonald's is like not very like a reputable source. Like it's obviously like if I had a hash brown from like IHOP or Denny's, it would be different. But I cannot get like McDonald's breakfast hits. Their McChicken griddle. Oof. Any excuse to have chicken for breakfast, I'm game.
I still haven't had Chick-fil-A breakfast, and they're all like chicken for breakfast.
I haven't had it either, but I don't really. I try to avoid fast food breakfast because I know it's like, ugh.
Yeah, if I'm getting breakfast outside of my house, I'm stopping at like a bagel store. Like that's just
Bagel or the very, very, very rare Dunkin' Donuts. And that's like mainly because like it's like, oh yeah, you know what? With my coffee, I'll get like the egg to go wraps. I like those. They have like bacon, egg, and cheese roll-ups. Wasn't that good? They like over toasted it, so it was like very like you bite the roll-up, which is supposed to be like the tortilla or whatever. It just like broke off. Not a fan. Not a fan.
So Wendy's has tacos now.
so dumb.
I want it. Burger King taco, not terrible. I've had worse tacos than Burger King taco. So I'm interested to see what a Wendy taco is.
It's like if you really want a taco from a fast food place,
Just
go to
go to
Taco Bell. Like
Taco Bell has like a new like grilled cheese.
cheese. Yeah, I saw
I
it.
want it. I want it.
I don't know. I think that's too much cheese for me.
I was at my friend's house last Friday for a birthday party, and I was just like, I'm getting Taco Bell after this. No ifs, ands, or buts. And on the way home, I was like, I forgot to get Taco Bell. Like, I was so in the mood for Taco Bell, and I'm just like telling everyone, like, I'm getting Taco Bell. And I'm like, I forgot to get Taco Bell.
That urge is powerful. When you get that urge where you're just like, I need
Night
Taco Bell.
It's hard
And then
to
you
find
get it, and you're like, this is a great decision.
Yeah. Until it's late night Taco Bell.
Until it's late night Taco Bell, and you're like, I maybe should have just went home.
There was one time Modell's, they did inventory one year, and like literally this was like the only time I was there for it. They make you stay like from the store closing, so the store closed at 9:30, and you have to literally like count all the merchandise in the store. Like literally, like go from each rack and count each shirt on the rack, and you had to like mark how much were there. And then these this like higher up company, like this lost and theft protection, whatever, they go around and scan everything, and they have their counts. So
Sounds very tedious.
it is, but it wasn't like it was a lot easier than it sounds. So I was literally there till like 2:30 in the morning, like doing all this stuff, which wasn't that bad, easy money. But I got Taco Bell, and I was like so happy. I was like, Taco Bell at 3 a.m. We love this. Slept like a baby. Woke up the next day at like probably like 12. Went back to work at 4.
So, Tom, how do you feel about Modell's closing?
I could care less.
As an ex-employee, I feel like that's like the mood for everyone.
Like I'm at the point to like where I don't even like really get stuff from sporting goods stores anymore. But I feel like the only place I really go to is like Dick's Sporting Goods, and that was because I get gift cards to there.
Yeah, I went there today and I was like thinking, I was like, I don't really need anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have enough from like track and frisbee.
I'm at that point
like,
too, like to where like I don't really need stuff anymore, but like I have gift cards burning holes in my pocket.
I think I'm at that point too, but I'm switching from like athletic to like more like actual clothes. Like I'm shopping more at like American Eagle, Hollister,
Yeah.
I'm
Vineyard
doing the same thing.
Vines.
Yeah, I'm at the point to like where the only like clothing I'm buying is like jerseys and stuff. And I haven't
feel
really
like-
bought one in a while.
I feel like we're all getting to that stage, like becoming like more adults, like where we wear athletic clothes less and we wear normal clothes more.
My favorite thing is like now that I'm like working more consistent, I'm like now that I have money, I have nothing to spend it on. Meanwhile, like in college, I'm just like, should I?
Somebody got a meal swipe.
Someone have a meal swipe? But meanwhile, like now I'm like, okay, I'm making money. I could like treat myself to Taco Bell, and it's like, oh man, I forget. But nah, I don't really want Taco Bell. Meanwhile, me in college is like, so Molly,
Meal swipe?
how's the meal swipes looking? Need some help with them? I feel like my only excuse for using someone's meal swipes is because like I did not want to spend my money on Adelphi's below average food.
Garbage food. It's gonna get
The only
worse.
thing
You're
good
lucky.
there is the wraps.
Next semester's food is like gonna be ass now.
Yeah.
UC's not opening until spring.
Yikes. It looks exactly like the Nexus building. I saw the pictures of it.
I'm convinced that me and John are not gonna see this UC.
Well, I might, because I'm probably going to be there longer.
Oh, well, I'm convinced I might not see this goddamn UC, and I'm gonna be like, I spent how much money on this building only for it to be delayed 2+ years or something like that.
Adelphi.
Yeah, obviously with the pandemic and everything, it's understandable, but I'm like, you could have easily finished this building
We
so
would
long ago.
Announce our breakup with our sponsor Adelphi. To sponsor us, we had to pay them. I don't know why.
That would be how it would work.
That would literally be like, you pay us, and then there's a huge watermark in the corner of the screen that has like an Adelphi Panther.
John's covered by the Panther right now.
John has to wear the costume on screen.
I have the A and you have the U.
We're just talking shapes at this point.
I love Adelphi so much. Sponsor us, Adelphi.
Please don't.
Please don't. I love that we're all at that mutual point where just like we don't. No.
Don't care as much.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
I was gonna say, we have any more topics we want to talk about? We got a solid, nice chat.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
I think we're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. It's your boy Dinkelberg signing off.
Is that it?
Yeah, is that it? You're not gonna swing it
Are
to
you
the
gonna
rest of
sign
us?
yourselves off?
You're not gonna swing it? All right.
No.
This is your green-headed friend Cosmo signing off. Bye, guys.
And John.
Bye.